Dude, does that say 5 a.m.? It was like literally a minute after I posted yesterday's video. What is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about the balance adjustments that are coming on October 11th, 2023. As I'm sure you guys heard in the intro, these weren't in yesterday's video because literally 1 minute after I posted yesterday's video, these went live. This is why I purposely wait until after maintenance goes live to make my YouTube videos or my upload videos, or update videos, excuse me. But in true SEGA fashion, they still managed to get me. Either way, I'm sure you guys have already seen this article itself. If you want to just read it, go ahead and hop into the comments. I'll have a link over to the article so you can read through the balance changes yourself. This is just gonna be my thoughts on the balance changes that are coming, what I feel like is good, what I feel like is bad, what I feel like kind of got overlooked, and go through it from there. And in case you don't want to read through it yourself, feel free to toss me up in the background and I'll read through it for you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, balance adjustment coming on October 11th, 2023. Here's what you'll find the balance adjustment coming. Looks like we have Fighter, Ranger, Gunner, Force, and Braver. All pretty solid. Before I even get to them, Fighter definitely needs some help with TDs in my opinion. Twin Daggers aren't doing super hot. They're pretty much almost all overshadowed by the other weapons that are available. Double Saber is really good now with Whirlwind. I mean, granted, you do use Twin Daggers, but you use Twin Daggers kind of like when your target is down and not moving, because some of the highest damage output you can put out in the game for Fighter, or just in general in some cases. But it's not really doing super hot. I feel like Knuckles is in a very weird spot now. Outside of just counters, it's not really used for much else in like an optimal setting. Granted, you can play it, it's good, but outside of that, I feel like there's not really another place for it at the moment. But who knows, maybe I just don't play enough Fighter. Ranger, I know for a fact that mostly it has to do with Launcher needing a bit of help. As far as the two weapons go, I feel like it's heavily balanced in Rifle's favor. Gunner, I don't even know what to say about Gunner at this point. I've talked about my thoughts on Gunner and how I feel like it's damaged in very weird spots. Its reliance on requiring Ranger as a subclass. Its whole situation with it building chains consistently or needing to build chains, basically it being slightly backloaded or taking some time to ramp up. Even that ramp up time is very, very short. Some things just go by very, very quickly. So there's that. Force. Force is in a weird spot as it's like the premier, tech class. However, it's not the absolute best at doing the thing that, techs do, which is, cause elemental status downs. So that's a bit weird. Plus, apparently its damage isn't as good as it should be, according to other forces out there. So hopefully we'll see something interesting coming in there. And Braver balance, if this is anything other than Lotus or Bow, I'm going to be very, very surprised. In my opinion, Lotus is the only PA on Katana that really needs adjustment. It should, in my opinion, get a bit of a buff. The fact that Soaring Blades is the best type of damage that a Braver can get while a target is downed is pretty bad in my opinion. So they do deserve a buff there. Everywhere else, in my opinion, as far as Katana goes, it's fine. It's just Lotus. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll through this and see what we find. First things first, balance. So we got Fighter. Overload got a cooldown reduction, and Overload Short Cycle got a cooldown reduction respectively because of it. This is interesting. So more overloads. For those of you guys who don't play Fighter, primarily overloads are a skill where they do more damage for a short period of time, but it looks like they also take more damage at the same time as well. And Short Cycle increases that damage that they take in favor of giving them a shorter cooldown time overall on the increased damage that they have. So it's one of those like high risk, high reward situations. Nice thing is if you get hit and you normally would take fatal damage, it just cancels the ability and you don't actually die. So wonder how much they're going to be reducing the cooldown time by. Not happy to see that TD's got nothing, but I mean everything got a buff when it comes to overload, so that's cool. Ranger Assault Rifle. Potency of assault rifles will be increased when the potency increases less than the maximum due to... Hang on. The potency of assault rifles will be increased when the potency increase is less. The potency of assault rifles will be increased when the potency increase is less than the maximum due to distance. So whenever you're not getting your max damage because of your distance whenever you're not in like your sweet spot. They're increasing the damage that you have, like the damage fall off. So they're increasing that damage. That's what it sounds like. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that. That feels like a nothing burger to me personally, but maybe this is a good thing for rifle. I don't know. I feel like you're perfectly fine in those situations. It's just more like a skill issue, possibly. Or I don't know. Maybe there is actually an issue with that for rifle. I mean, Rangers, let me know. I'm curious. I would have liked to see something for launcher there. Gunner balance. This feels like it's going to be a nothing burger of buffs. This is weird. Gunner balance adjustments. Twin machine gun balance adjustment. The potency of twin machine guns will be increased when the potency. It's the same thing. They're increasing the damage fall off, or they're increasing the damage you deal when you're in damage fall off, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Again, feels like a bit of a nothing burger, but okay. I'm not sure if this is saying like you'll have more maximum distance, or if it's saying like you'll just do more damage when normally you would have less damage because you're on your ideal distance. Either way, feels like a nothing burger, but again, I don't play these two classes primarily, so maybe it'll allow for some ease of use. Force, okay, force seems a little bit more, that's good. Force, the following adjustments will be made to force class skills. Photon flare is going to reduce cooldown. Flare short cycle also getting reduced cooldown, and rod attack impact is getting increased potency and relaxed weapon action cancel timing. Okay, so I mean that is a damage buff overall for force. I wonder how much of a damage buff it's going to be, how useful it's going to be overall. I'm going to increase your overall DPS. That's cool for more photon flares. Cool. Braver. The following adjustments will be made to Braver class skills. Brave combat. Adjusted bow combat finishers so that the bow attack impact gauge accumulates. You guys didn't get impact gauge when you used your finisher? That seems kind of lame. I'm glad that's being changed. And then, okay, yeah, it's bows that are getting the changes. Nice. So the following adjustments will be made to the bow photon arts. Flex arrows getting increased charge amount for bowing. Okay, so they're basically making it so you build bow impact gauge faster. For flex arrow, frenzied firework, dimensional ray, and ceaseless draw. So that's dope. It looks like you'll be building your bow impact gauge quicker, so you'll get more bow impact stuff, or bow impact shenanigans going forward, which should be an overall damage increase for bow. Dope. I mean, this one, or this set of buffs felt a lot shorter than our previous ones. This, like, okay, so this assault rifle and TMG thing, this might just be like, you know, an ignorance thing on my end, but this feels like a nothing burger of a buff. Like you're not really getting much out of this. Like if you're outside of your ideal range anyway, like this seems bad, right? And twin machine guns, you're mostly you're a melee weapon. I'm sorry, you're a ranged weapon that's in melee range in most cases. So it just feels a bit weird when your damage because being outside of max range is getting buffed, I guess. I don't know. I'm literally gonna look at the comments and wait for you guys to let me know what this is actually supposed to really mean, or if I just totally got this right and I'm just, you know, it is actually all that lackluster. Anyway, that looks like that's all we've got today as far as balance adjustments coming. Not a whole lot, but they did mention that they will be tweaking a few things here and there, just not tweaking everything all at one time. So I guess this is our first set of those. Let me know what you guys think. If you're playing any of these classes in the comments below, I'd love to read about it. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to keep up with more, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Peace out.